Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we actually have a bit of a different video today where we're going to be going over bowling tips for Cricket Captain games or especially in Cricket Captain 2020 here today. In test matches, okay, New Zealand have lost the toss and we will bowl first, okay. Well, this would be an interesting test here as well because the conditions are good for batting here. So I'll just go through sort of my setup for what I have for bowling. So for bowling, I normally like to, obviously if I'm in New Zealand, I'd open with Saudi and Bolt, for example, but the aggression level I would start with is this sort of aggression level. I'd have it on chances for bowling, this sort of aggression level, and I like to make sure that I'm bowling the side that the batter's on. So if there's a left-hander, I like to make sure that Tim Southee's coming is it over the wicket or around the wicket still? It's still over the wicket. Make sure I'm always over the wicket, not around the wicket, basically. Or maybe it is around. I think it might be Tim Southee comes around the wicket for the left-hander to make sure he's on the right side and stays over to the right-hander, as you can see. So I'll play the over. Obviously, yep, pretty good over there from Tim Southee. For Trent Boult, again, same sort of thing, except because Trent Boult is a left-hander, I would actually leave him normally over the wicket for him instead of around. Trent Boult would stay over for both left-handers and right-handers. Yep, nothing really happened again. And kind of go through that until... Oh, gee, that went through his legs there. That's pretty lucky. Otherwise, yeah, I'd start the sort of test match. I'll kind of go over what I would do in a test match, for example. So, again, I'd kind of wear these two out quite a bit. And then I'd change the bowler to... let's say to Neil Wagner. And again, because they've kind of lasted the first spell, maybe back off a touch. And once they've kind of got to about 20, kind of look to start spreading the field a bit because they're doing a very good job. Lunch, they've got gone to lunch wicketless. But our economies on our bowlers is the main thing we're looking at as well. No one's actually really getting taken to. 2.75 is the worst, so that's pretty good stuff all round for New Zealand so far. And again, so once Rory Burns gets to about 43, I'd start to back off a little bit more. And then on about 49, 58, okay, I'm fully off. Like, I just try and really make sure that Rory Burns has no slips at all, which could be a mistake in this game, you would say. But the thing is, I mean, I kind of do want one slip, so I'm going to have one slip. But the thing is, in this game, guys, a lot of the times, batters will get themselves out more so than you will get them out. So with the field out, you'd be surprised the number of times. We'll see if we can see it here. There you go. Having just one slip in, he edges it, and with one slip takes a great catch, to be fair, Mitchell Satner. There you go. And then you're back to the start again. So Trent Boult would go super aggressive again to Denley because he's new to the crease. That's kind of the whole theory. Again, trying to leave that slip in play. Denley misses it. But yeah, guys, that's kind of the basis. I've actually gone way too aggressive on Denley here. He's on 30, so I'm going to back off. And there you go. Get him out. Literally almost, in fact, the next ball I backed off, I got him out. So that is kind of the way I play the game. Also, just a tip again for bowling. Do not, as you can see here, the fitness levels or the stamina for both Southee and Boult are basically 0. Do not bowl them at this level. I will show you what happens. But do not bowl them. So I'll bowl Southee, let's say. Okay, well, actually, that was really lucky because it was T. Oh, my goodness. I couldn't even show you. But I'll try and bowl them out until they're super dead, basically. Here you go. They're approaching the end. And it says Trent Boult needs to be rested. Please select a new bowler. Now, that will come up. You can injure your bowlers through this pop-up. So if this pop-up comes up, it's basically telling you you avoided injury. Because by pushing your bowlers to their limit, they can injure themselves. So obviously I'd pick Neil Wagner. Tim Southee also got very lucky there, so I'm very, very lucky to have that. Again, I don't want to go too aggressive with Joe Root, because again, Joe Root gets away very quickly. Moves to 36. Oh, don't get him out though. Swing and a miss. Jameson to root, and he's gone bold, so again, the kind of aggression would start. So that's basically how I play the game, guys, on aggression levels. And again, if someone, like, if Sibley's on 92, I'd spread the whole field. If he's absolutely smashing it, like, strike rate is, like, 68 to 70 to maybe even 80, 90, have everyone back because they're playing their shots. They're going to get themselves out eventually. That's kind of the theory anyway. The conditions are another thing as well, guys. I will do a separate video on the conditions, but I'll quickly just go over it. Again, if the weather is very cloudy, like on day 3 of the morning session of day 3, very cloudy, it will swing a lot. So you kind of want to make sure you have slips in play for when it's super cloudy. For the first 2 sessions of this test match here, we can see that it was actually super, super flat. Like there was, as in the sun was out, it was gorgeous conditions, no cloud whatsoever. And obviously, as you can see here, there's a little bit of cloud cover for session 3 on day 1. Sessions 1 and 2 for day 2, you can see it's a bit unsettled. So that kind of means a bit neutral. It's not really cloudy. It's not really not cloudy. It's a bit of cloud around, but it's not like anything significant. It's not going to swing, and it's not super cloudy. So it's not super sunny. So it's not extremely good for batting. So it's a bit of both. It's a bit unsettled. And I think with that, it can actually change as well. So I'll do another video on that, guys, at a different time. But there you go. That is the crux of that. And again, for bowling, it's important to pay attention to the bounce and wear. Obviously, it looks like it's a day 1 wicket, obviously, so it's very good for batting. So at the moment, even though we are not taking too many wickets, the fact that we're forcing England to score at a slow run rate is a very good sign for this test match going ahead, because it definitely means that we can hopefully make some inroads and hopefully be batting by day 2, come day 2, maybe session 2, or session 1 if we absolutely roll them. And other than that, guys, I mean, here's a separate thing as well. If you wanted to, obviously, if you like, I want another slip, you can obviously go into the field editor here, and chuck Wagner in the slips. Here we go. Just drag Wagner across into the slips, and there you go. You have yourself an extra slip there. So that's another thing you can do as well if you want to make your own fields. Again, my main bowling tip, guys, is please be careful on your aggression. Do not go aggressive for long, because as you can see, look how many slips we're attacking England with, right? We're attacking, oh, look at that, we've got the new ball, but we're attacking England so hard here, and Dom Sibley, we do not want to be putting in, 3 slips, a gully, short leg, short silly mid-on, or short mid-wicket, like gully, short point, silly point, like all those really in close fielders. You don't want those fielders all in close around the bat. If he's on 92, right, you need to make sure that you have fielders out to try and save runs. In other words, try and get them out by letting them get themselves out, because truly they are set in if they're 92. For the start of days as well, push the aggression up. Maybe not all the way, but quite a little bit more than you would normally, because the batters lose all their confidence when they start a day. And between sessions as well, maybe you can consider increasing the aggression a bit, because they do lose a bit of their confidence as well. But I wouldn't say it's that major. So definitely in between days, you should look to up it for at least the first maybe 5 to 10 overs of the day, to try and really see if you can get some early wickets in the day, and therefore help you out further down the test match. But yeah, guys, I mean, if it is spinning, for example, if the pitch is a really bad rugged pitch, you can see that the pitch meter here is 4 out of 5. If it's 2 or 1, if it's really turning, then make sure you have got a spinner on your side and you are bowling him. Again, just assess for yourself, because sometimes, maybe your spinner isn't that good of a spinner in the side that you've picked. And so maybe you should go with your pace bowlers if he's not doing the job on a spinning wicket. Here's another tip as well, guys. If you've got a really, really long partnership, we're talking 200, 150, 300 runs, chuck on a part-timer. Chuck on Kane Williamson, Ross Taylor, someone different to bowl some part-time spin, because the amount of times the game gets those wickets, the amount of times those part-timers get wickets with a partnership set in the game is crazy, guys. So just consider that as well when you're bowling in your innings. Consider, is there a big partnership going on here, and should I actually chuck on a part-timer? But I think, again, that is only if they're absolutely destroying all your main bowlers. Otherwise, I would make sure that you kind of bowl your main 4 or 5 bowlers. For selection, I would suggest, guys, that you only pick 4 to 5 bowlers, probably even 4 bowlers, with kind of Mitch Satner as a bit of a bonus if for example, we were there and it was spinning. If it starts spinning on days 4 and 5, that's where Mitch Satner is in the lineup for. Otherwise, I would stick to Jamieson, Southey, Wagner, and Bolt. Personally, I would actually only be picking 4 bowlers and maybe even include just 1 spinner in there as well, and just be rotating between those 4 bowlers, because you're not going to bowl more than 4 to 5 bowlers, really. Anything more than 5, and it gets pointless, because they rotate nicely, because as you can see, when Jamieson and Wagner are on bowling, Southey and Bolt are resting. So it's a nice balance between that kind of on-off. 3's too few. 5 would be okay if it works for your batting lineup. 4 would be the most ideal combination because it would work with your batters. But again, if you've got a good bowling all-rounder or batting all-rounder, let's say maybe I like the fact that Satner can still bat quite well, then I guess it doesn't hurt to have a 5th bowler in there as well. So that's kind of the way I would judge that. But yeah, guys, let me know how you get on with those bowling tips. I don't think I've missed anything, guys, but if you do think I have missed something, then please make sure you leave it down in the comments below, guys. Let me know down in the comments what I have missed. But I think I've gone over everything, guys. So that is going to be it for today's bowling tips video, guys. If you did enjoy, then please make sure you leave a like. Subscribe for more content such as this, guys. Don't forget to follow me on my social medias down below, especially on Twitter. I tweet out a lot. And join my Discord server to receive exclusive updates for when all my videos go live. Otherwise, I will see you all in the next video, guys, in the next tips and tricks video coming to you soon. I'm yet to cover batting and conditions on this game. They will be coming soon, guys. Stay tuned for that. But otherwise, I will see you all in the next video, guys, coming soon. Goodbye for now.